Hola and welcome to this video on why Hitler lost World War II. In this video, we'll be exploring the key factors that led to Germany's defeat, from overextension of resources to strategic errors and resistance movements. We'll examine how the Allies were able to gain the upper hand and how this led to the downfall of Hitler and the Nazi regime. Chapter 1: Overextension of Resources. The first reason why Hitler lost the war was due to Germany's overextension of resources. Hitler's ambition to conquer Europe and beyond led to the German army fighting on multiple fronts simultaneously, from the Eastern Front against the Soviet Union to the Western Front against the Allies. This left the Germans with too few resources to win any one front decisively, leading to a shortage of manpower, weapons, and supplies. This resulted in a weakened German military, making them vulnerable to defeat by the Allies. Chapter 2: Superior Allied Resources. The second reason for Hitler's defeat was the Allies' superior resources. The Allied powers, including the United States, had larger populations, more industrial capacity, and greater access to natural resources, allowing them to produce more tanks, planes, and ships, and sustain a longer war effort. Germany, on the other hand, faced shortages of essential resources such as oil, rubber, and metals. This gave the Allies a significant advantage in the war and made it increasingly difficult for Germany to keep up. Chapter 3: Strategic Errors. The third reason why Hitler lost World War II was due to strategic errors made by the Nazi regime. One of the most significant strategic errors was the invasion of the Soviet Union in 1941. This was a costly mistake that drained Germany's resources and brought them into conflict with an enemy that had the resources to defeat them. Hitler's declaration of war on the United States after the attack. Chapter 4: Allied Air Superiority. The fourth reason why Hitler lost the war was due to Allied air superiority. The Allies established air superiority over Europe, which allowed them to carry out devastating bombing campaigns against Germany's cities, factories, and infrastructure. This bombing campaign crippled Germany's ability to produce and transport war materials and caused widespread damage and casualties. The Luftwaffe, Germany's air force, was eventually overwhelmed, leading to Germany's ultimate defeat in the skies. Chapter 5: Resistance from Occupied Countries. The fifth and final reason why Hitler lost World War II was due to resistance movements in occupied countries. Resistance movements, such as those in France, Poland, and Yugoslavia, worked to undermine German control and support the Allies. These movements carried out acts of sabotage, gathered intelligence, and fought against German forces.